97% rating from over 5,000 people tells you the ceiling. What it doesn't tell you is that Town to City spends its first 2 hours looking like a relaxing diorama builder, then quietly hands you a population economy and expects you to treat that beautiful gridless town as a functional city. The core loop is genuinely different from anything else in the city builder space right now. Roads go wherever you drag them, curved or straight, no snap points forcing you into blocks. Buildings sit where you place them, and decorative items like lanterns, flower pots, and trees auto-attach to nearby structures, shifting shape based on their context. The result is that your town looks organic rather than municipal from the first minute. You're managing happiness meters for different resident classes, connecting housing to shops and amenities within a radius system, and balancing income from tourism and trade routes as multiple towns in the same region start feeding each other. The campaign starts you in Bilbao, a small Mediterranean map that introduces the mechanics gently through unlockable objectives. The progression hook is class-based demand. Working-class residents want different services than merchants, and satisfying both tiers is what unlocks the next wave of building types. The sandbox mode strips the objectives out entirely for people who just want to design. 6 maps total, each with different terrain shapes to work against. Here's where I want to be honest with you, because the screenshots don't show this part. The decoration tools that dominate the trailers are actually locked behind population thresholds. The game nudges you toward density and growth before it gives you the full creative toolkit, which means the winding, charming streets you're imagining in the first hour start to feel economically inconvenient by hour 3. The transport system penalizes distance, which actively punishes the organic layout the gridless engine is supposed to celebrate. That tension is real, and whether it bothers you depends entirely on whether you came for a city management game or a virtual town design toy. At 27 after a 9-month early access cycle with 97% positive reviews and a 1.0 launch that shipped 6 days ago, Town to City is not a gamble. The management loop is light enough for players who've bounced off, city skylines deep enough to keep you pushing toward the next population milestone, and the visual payoff when a well-placed plaza comes together is the kind of thing that produces screenshots you actually want to share. If you've been waiting for the finished version before buying, the wait is over. The decoration, before density tension, is the one thing I wish they'd resolve differently. A slower early ramp that let the creative tools breathe before the economic pressure arrived would make this a cleaner recommendation across the board. As it stands, it's a very good city builder wearing a cozy game's clothes, and that's not a complaint, just a calibration. Does a gridless placement actually change how you think about city building, or is it mostly aesthetic? Drop that in the comments. And if you want reviews like this one on the week a game launches, before the algorithm buries the honest takes under the Let's Plays, subscribing here is how that works.